Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. In today's video I want to show you everything I have bought in 2020. Now I know 2020 is not yet over, but I'm not gonna buy anything more, so these are the things I bought. Now I'm gonna show you today the things that I have bought for myself, like not the things that I've bought for our household, also not the things that I have bought as gifts for other people, and also not the things that have been coming into my household for free. So as a minimalist, I try to be really intentional when buying things. Whether these are new things or secondhand things, I really try to make sure that I only buy things that I already know will add value to my life. But I also try to be very honest with myself, because it does sometimes happen that I buy something that I think will have a great place in my belongings and will be a good thing to have, and then I realize that it is actually not. So I try to not buy too many things or only buy what I need, but I also try to allow myself to declutter things again if I see that they do not add value to my life. If you're new here, my name is Leah. I make videos about sustainability and minimalism, so if you're interested in these topics, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And now let's get started. Now, it could happen that I forget something, but I have been pretty consistent with writing everything down because I knew I would want to do this video. And so, yeah, let's start the first thing. So the first thing has actually been my backpack. I have been showing this backpack in several videos. I've also made a video about why I own this backpack and things like that. I think I'll link you a video up here if you are interested in knowing more about this backpack. It is this Wakes One, it's called. It's from a startup new company in Berlin, and it is a day pack. You can like take these two parts apart. So this is a camera bag, this is the backpack, and together it's like a travel bag. And this bag is enough for everything I want to take anywhere, so I don't need any other bags, and that's also the only bag I own. I bought this bag because I thought I would go to Mongolia by train, like a 6-week adventure in spring of 2020, which didn't happen later. I'm not sure if I would have bought the backpack a few months later, because then I mean, I haven't been traveling this year, so there was no like real need for a new backpack, but at that point in time, it totally made sense because that backpack was so much better than the one I had before, and for that trip it would have been perfect. And of course I keep this backpack. I will use it for many years now, I think, and that is why I bought that backpack at that point in time. Looking back, I used it on everyday basis and for grocery shopping and things like that, like for every time I would need a bag. But of course in 2020 there have not been that many occasions where I need a bag. The second thing I bought in the beginning of 2020 were my new winter boots. I got these secondhand, but they were like rarely used, and these are, I think there are barefoot shoes, but they're not like, their sole is not too thin, but I like them. My feet are super warm. That has never happened in other like winter shoes I had before, so I'm happy I have these. Again, I bought them for the trip, but the other pair I had, like I replaced my old pair with this pair because the other ones had holes. But yeah, I mean, if I hadn't bought these shoes back then, I would have definitely bought them now in the beginning of winter, because yeah, my other winter boots were not in a good condition anymore. The next thing I bought for like planning my wardrobe and for spring, I really wanted to have a new pair of shorts, and it's these shorts, and I actually have decluttered them a long time ago again, but in 2020 I did not really have the chance to go to a clothing swap, so I still have them in my house, but they're not in my wardrobe anymore. I haven't been wearing them, so these are decluttered. But that was the third thing I bought, and I bought them on an online marketplace where like you can buy just secondhand clothes, and they weren't that expensive, and I think just the sizing was wrong, and I realized that I don't really like the color. So that's why I decluttered those again. So I bought these in 2020, but I don't have them in my belongings anymore really. They're decluttered, but they're waiting for a situation where I can get rid of them responsibly. The next thing that I have bought in 2020 is the microphone I'm recording this YouTube video with. And I had a microphone before, but that's just a lighter, smaller and better one. So maybe I can insert you some footage where I show you the microphone, but that is the microphone I'm recording with. That's the next thing I bought. I also bought that secondhand, and yeah, it was still like 35 euros, but that's a normal price for this microphone. I still could save some money and it's in perfect condition. So I really like to buy things secondhand, and you will see I rarely buy something new. It's almost everything is secondhand. So the only thing that I haven't bought secondhand that I've showed you is my backpack. The next thing I bought in 2020 were these headphones. These are like just I think the Apple headphones you get for free whenever you buy a device, and I think they are a bit older because now, yeah, they don't have like the headphone jack anymore, the ones you get or you buy with Apple products. But I got these for €1 on a marketplace and could pick them up in my neighborhood. Yeah, because I like these, because the like regular in-ear headphones are not comfortable for my ears, and these are small and light and just uncomplicated. Like, I love these, and we did not have any of them anymore. My boyfriend had a lot of them for like every electronic device you get headphones with, and now I used them up over time, and now we did not have any anymore, so I bought these for €1 secondhand. They were not used, if you were wondering. The next thing I bought is another thing for my wardrobe, and it is actually another thing that I have decluttered since. It's this sweater, and I have to say I like the color, and I also really like the texture of this sweater. But if you have been following me for a while, and if you have been watching my wardrobe videos, it has not, like, it was too huge, it was just too big for me, and then I altered it, and it still didn't fit me the way I wanted it to, and so I decluttered it again, just because it just is not a good piece in my wardrobe. It's not as functional, it's not as good. I don't like it as much as I want to like my clothes, because in my extreme minimalist wardrobe I only want to have things that I really, really like. And so I have decluttered that since again. Yes, that was the next thing I bought. I also bought that secondhand. That was a bit more expensive because it's 100% cotton, and that's like a rare thing for sweaters like this, so I think I paid €20 for that. But yeah, it was not the perfect sweater. The next thing I bought is this shirt, also secondhand, I think maybe for €5 on the same marketplace where I bought all of my clothes, and yeah, I still have that. I still like it. It's not perfect, but I like it. And it's always so hard to guess if you buy things online, especially if they're secondhand with no measurements, and like just maybe the few things that the information the seller gives you. But yeah, I like this t-shirt. It's still in my wardrobe. That was a good purchase. And the next thing is another piece of clothes, and this is actually the next thing I bought new. It's underwear. I bought these like 3 pairs of underwear after I made the video where I decluttered my underwear, which I can link you up here if you are interested in watching this. So I just did not have enough underwear anymore, so I bought these 3 pairs of underwear, but they are from an ethical and sustainable company in Germany called Ehrlich, which means honest. Yes. I like these. I will buy these again if I need more underwear, I think. So that was the next purchase. And then the next thing I bought is the camera and the lens I'm recording this video on. I did have a camera before, and it also was a good camera, but it was really a photography camera and not that much meant for filming. And it was also a bit older, so I really needed to upgrade it, and I think my quality has improved a lot since I had my new camera. So that's the next thing I bought. And I actually bought both the lens and the camera secondhand on like a website that focuses on secondhand camera equipment. It's called MPB. You can look it up. It's available in the US, in UK, Europe, and I don't know where, but I really like it. It was the first time I tried it out, but I thought the prices were very fair. They also made it very clear in which condition the equipment was, but mine was like in perfect condition because it's a pretty new camera that has only been used for maybe 2 months before the previous owner sold it to MPB, and that's where I got my camera and lens, and it has been the next and the by far most expensive thing I bought in 2020. It was $2,000. If you wondered, it's a really expensive camera. It's not necessary to have a camera like this for YouTube, but I wanted to have it both for photography and for videography, and that was just the best like compromise I could find, and I'm pretty happy with the camera, and I'm also happy with the price because that's actually just what a camera costs that can do what I want a camera to be able to do. The next thing I bought is a hard drive. Now, it is not this one hard drive, but it's just here to show you that it is a hard drive, but the one that I actually bought is plugged into my boyfriend's computer, but I cannot unplug it because if I unplug it, then the whole backup thing somehow messes itself up. And so that's why I show you this hard drive that's actually my boyfriend's and not the one that is actually mine. But that hard drive has since filled up and I really need to buy a new one again. So starting 2021, the first purchase I will make is like a new hard drive, because I have no storage anymore for these YouTube videos because they take up a lot of space. Oh, and also the hard drive I have bought new as well, because I think hard drives is something that I would buy new just because I really want to be sure that they are in a good quality and that there's no errors or nothing wrong with them, because I mean, there's my very valuable, very important data on there, so it cannot fail. It is just not allowed to fail. So that's my reasoning for buying new hard drives. Another thing that I have bought new is this cable. It's just an audio cable, but I have since decluttered it because I realized that I don't need it with recording videos on my new camera, and I have given it to my boyfriend because he needs it for his Zoom meetings, and so that works out perfectly because he had an audio cable before and I used it and it somehow broke, so I bought this new one. I didn't need it anymore and now it's his again. So that's the next thing I bought, and also a thing that I bought new because I think it's somehow hard to get the right cables, and again, cables is something that you really want to work and that can break easily, so yeah, I made the decision to buy it new. I think it would be possible to get one secondhand. And the last thing I bought in 2020 is this cashmere sweater. Another thing that I have bought secondhand and that I also really wanted to buy secondhand, because cashmere most of the time is very unsustainably sourced, and if it is sustainably sourced, a sweater like this would cost me around 150 euros or even more. So I'm super happy that I could find this sweater for 20 euros secondhand on that same marketplace for secondhand clothes where I bought all of my other secondhand clothes, and I'm very, very happy with this sweater and I hope it will be part of my wardrobe for a very long time. And so that has already been everything that I have bought this year. Now let me count. So I have bought 12 things in 2020 if you count my 3 pairs of underwear as one. And if you count them as 3, then it's 14 things. I have since decluttered 3 of these things. So I have, depending on how you count, 9 or 11 of these things left. That's actually a pretty small number, because that's like 1 thing a month. I'm happy with that, and I'm interested in seeing how it goes on in 2021. Maybe I'll do another video like that in a year. Let me know if you want to see a video like this. And also let me know if I should share a video where I show you everything that has come into my house for free, like all the things that have come into my belongings that I've got as birthday gifts or just for free or made myself, so I just didn't have to pay anything, because that's the things I did not show you here. Now I just showed you the things that I bought for money. And if you want to see more videos, check out these right here. I've linked to a video and a playlist, and I hope you liked the video, and I also hope to see you next time. Bye!